Let's start with a feeling many of you may recognize. Have you ever experienced a time when everything in your life seemed to click into place? When you felt deeply connected, confident, and like you were moving with the universe instead of against it? Moments where your mind was clear, your heart was open, and life felt effortless. But then, almost without warning, everything changed. One day, you're in sync with your purpose, feeling unstoppable, and the next you wake up feeling lost, like the very ground beneath you has shifted. Suddenly, you're questioning yourself, doubting your path, and struggling to understand why that sense of alignment disappeared so quickly. If this cycle feels familiar, know this: you're not alone. This isn't a random emotional shift. It's not just a bad mood or an off day. These highs and lows are part of a deeper journey, one that many who walk a spiritual path will experience. And the truth is, your energy doesn't just drop for no reason. There are specific patterns, hidden influences, and energetic forces at play. But here's the good news. Once you recognize what's causing these sudden shifts, you can learn how to not only stabilize your energy, but rise even higher than before. The book, The 3 Ways Down: How to Optimize Your Free Fall, explores this very process. It reveals that those who experience these intense highs and lows are often those who have tapped into something deeper, something beyond the physical world. Walking this path means you exist between two realities: the material world and the spiritual. While most people stay grounded in the pursuit of external success, chasing wealth, status, or validation, you have awakened to a greater truth. You have felt the power of your soul's purpose, the infinite potential of your spirit, and the energy that connects everything. But this deeper awareness comes with a cost. The more you elevate spiritually, the more sensitive you become to the energy around you. And here's the challenge: not all of that energy is supportive. Some of it uplifts and strengthens you, but other forces drain you, pulling you down when you least expect it. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt a heaviness in the air? A tension so thick that, without anyone saying a word, you could sense something was off. Or maybe you've spent time with someone who left you feeling emotionally exhausted, as if they had taken something from you without giving anything in return. This isn't your imagination. Your energy is like a bright light in the darkness, and people are drawn to it. But not everyone who enters your space has pure intentions. Some come to uplift, while others unconsciously pull from your light. Understanding this is the first step in learning how to protect your energy, maintain your vibration, and continue rising without being held back. Some people, whether they realize it or not, feed off your light. They aren't necessarily bad, they're just running on empty. Instead of raising their own energy, they latch onto yours like a lifeline. These are energy vampires, and if you're not careful, they'll pull you down to their frequency. So how do you protect yourself? The first step is awareness. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. Do you feel energized and uplifted, or do you feel drained and anxious? Your body and intuition are always sending you signals. Learn to listen. The second step is setting boundaries. This can be difficult, especially if the energy vampire is someone close to you. But protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup, and your light is too valuable to be dimmed by those who refuse to do the work themselves. But let's go even deeper. Sometimes your energy doesn't drop because of outside influences. It happens because of what's going on inside you. One of the biggest reasons: unresolved emotional wounds. Even those on a spiritual path are still human, and humans carry baggage. Maybe it's pain from childhood, betrayal you haven't fully healed from, or even trauma that lingers from past experiences. These emotional wounds act like weights, dragging you down every time you try to rise. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly sat with your pain? Not distracted yourself, not pushed it away, but actually acknowledged it. Most of us avoid facing our wounds because it's uncomfortable. But what we resist doesn't disappear, it lingers and grows stronger. Every time you suppress pain, it doesn't leave, it festers. And because you're highly attuned to energy, these unresolved emotions lower your frequency like invisible chains, keeping you stuck. So, what's the solution? Healing isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. It starts with acknowledgement. Write down what you're carrying. Speak it out loud. Meditate on it. Let yourself feel it without judgment. The more you face your pain, the less power it has over you. Understanding why your energy drops is the key to reclaiming your power. When you recognize the patterns, protect your energy, and heal what's weighing you down, you won't just stop falling, you'll rise stronger than ever before. Whatever it takes to bring those emotions to the surface, do it. Then forgive. Forgive yourself for carrying the weight of that pain for so long. Forgive others, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgiveness isn't about excusing what happened. It's about releasing its grip on you. And once you've made space by letting go of that pain, fill it with something better: love. Love for yourself, love for your journey, love for the fact that even your struggles have shaped you into who you are today. But here's where it gets even trickier. Sometimes your energy doesn't drop because of external forces or past wounds. Sometimes it happens because you're resisting growth. Yes, you heard that right. As someone walking a higher path, you are constantly being pushed to evolve. But real growth isn't comfortable. It stretches you, forces you to confront your fears, and challenges everything you once believed. And let's be honest, sometimes it feels easier to just stay where you are. But here's the truth. You weren't meant to stay small. You weren't meant to settle. You are here to expand, to rise, to fulfill a purpose that is bigger than you. And every time you resist that calling, your energy takes a hit. It's like trying to swim upstream. The harder you fight, the more exhausted you become. So ask yourself, what are you resisting right now? What part of you is trying to grow? And why are you holding it back? Is it fear? Self-doubt? The need for control? Whatever it is, let it go. And here's another layer to this. The people around you might not understand your growth. They might not support it. Not because they're against you, but because your evolution forces them to confront their own stagnation, and that makes them uncomfortable. This is where you have to be strong. You have to trust your path, even when it feels lonely. You weren't meant to fit in, you were meant to lead. Now let's talk about one of the biggest reasons your energy keeps dropping: lack of alignment. When you are in alignment with your true purpose, life flows. Opportunities appear. You feel energized. But when you step away from that path, whether it's staying in a job that drains you, a relationship that stifles you, or holding on to habits that no longer serve you, your vibration takes a hit. So here's the big question. Are you living in alignment with your soul's purpose? If not, what's stopping you? Fear? Comfort? The expectations of others? Be honest with yourself. The more aligned you are, the higher your vibration will be. And when your vibration is high, you become unstoppable. Now let's go even deeper. If you've ever felt stuck in a cycle, rising, falling, and struggling to stay in a high vibration, you're not imagining it. This isn't just a random fluctuation. It's a pattern. And the truth is, many people walking this path fall into hidden traps that drain their energy without them even realizing it. The good news? Once you recognize these traps, you can break free. You can rise higher than ever before, and more importantly, stay there. But it requires radical honesty with yourself. So let me ask you, are you ready to face what's really holding you back? One of the biggest traps that lowers your vibration is attachment to old identities. Think about it. As humans, we crave familiarity. Even when we're growing, there's a part of us that clings to who we used to be because it feels safe. Maybe you've defined yourself by your struggles, your past pain, or even your past successes. But here's the truth. Your old identity cannot come with you to the next level. If you're holding on to a version of yourself that no longer serves you, you are anchoring your energy to the past. And the past is a heavy place to live. Ask yourself, who are you afraid to let go of? Is it the version of you who always played small to make others comfortable? The version who needed outside validation to feel worthy? The version who defined themselves by their wounds instead of their healing? Whatever it is, understand this. You cannot step into your highest self while clinging to outdated versions of who you used to be. Letting go isn't easy. It can feel like a kind of death. But every ending is followed by a new beginning. And that beginning is where your true power lies. And that leads us to another major trap: seeking external validation. This one runs deep because most of us have been conditioned to seek approval from the outside world. We chase likes, compliments, and recognition, believing they confirm our worth. But here's the truth. External validation will never truly satisfy you. The more you seek it, the more disconnected you become from your true energy. Why? Because your power is meant to flow inward and upward, not outward. Every time you rely on someone else's opinion to feel good about yourself, you give away your energy. And when you do that, your vibration drops. So here's a tough question. Whose approval are you still chasing? Is it a parent who never fully saw you? A partner who doesn't understand your journey? A faceless crowd on social media? Be honest with yourself. Ask why their opinion matters so much. Then remind yourself of this. Your worth is not something you have to earn. It doesn't come from your achievements, your appearance, or how others see you. It is already within you. You don't need external validation because you are already enough. And when you truly accept this, your energy will stabilize like never before. Now, let's talk about another hidden trap that drains your energy: the fear of judgment. If you're on a higher path, your energy is different. Your journey doesn't follow the usual script, and that can make people uncomfortable. Some will question you. Others might misunderstand or even mock you. And let's be honest, it hurts. We all want to be accepted. But here's the paradox. The more you fear judgment, the more you betray yourself. And every time you do that, your energy takes a hit. So ask yourself, how often do you shrink yourself to avoid judgment? How often do you silence your truth, dim your light, or go along with the crowd just to keep the peace? Every time you do this, you abandon your higher self. And here's the reality. People will judge you no matter what. Whether you play small or stand tall, someone will always have something to say. So why not stand tall? Why not embrace your path fully? The people who are meant to align with you will find you. And the rest? Let them go. Their opinions are not your responsibility. Now let's talk about one of the sneakiest traps of all: the illusion of productivity. In a world that glorifies business, it's easy to believe that being constantly on means you're making progress. You might feel like you have to hustle nonstop to prove your worth or reach your goals. But here's the truth. Overworking yourself doesn't raise your vibration. It does the exact opposite. When you're always in go mode, you disconnect from yourself. You lose touch with your intuition, your creativity, and your inner peace. And without those, your energy plummets. So ask yourself, are you confusing movement with progress? Are you so focused on doing that you've forgotten how to simply be? Rest is not laziness. It's a necessary part of your spiritual journey. When you allow yourself to slow down, you create space for alignment. And alignment is where your true power lies. Protect your energy, even if it means saying no to things that drain you. Finally, let's talk about the biggest trap of all: self-doubt. This is the one that sneaks in the most. You might wonder if you're truly on the right path, if you're worthy of your purpose, or if you even have what it takes to rise. But let me tell you something, doubt is a liar. It's not the voice of truth. It's the voice of fear. And fear only has power if you give it your attention. So here's the real question. What would your life look like if you stopped doubting yourself, if you fully believed in your gifts, your purpose, and your power? Sit with that thought for a moment. Imagine the freedom, the confidence, and the lightness that comes from letting go of doubt. That feeling, that's your natural vibration. That's who you are at your core. Breaking free from these traps isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. The more conscious you are of what lowers your vibration, the more power you have to rise above it. This is your reminder. You are not your struggles. You are not your fears. You are not your setbacks. You are a force of nature. And in the next part, we'll go even deeper. Now that you know what's been holding you back, it's time to take action. Awareness is only the first step. True transformation comes when you start applying what you've learned. Mastering your energy isn't about avoiding every challenge. It's about staying in alignment no matter what comes your way. And that starts with the foundation of your vibration, your daily habits. Everything you do, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, is either raising or lowering your frequency. There's no neutral. The food you eat, the thoughts you think, the people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, all of it becomes part of your energy field. So here's the real question. Are your daily habits supporting your growth, or are they quietly pulling you down? Your body, the vessel of your energy. Let's start with the physical. Your body is the vessel for your spirit, and its state directly affects your vibration. If you're fueling it with processed foods, refined sugar, or anything that makes you feel sluggish and heavy, you're grounding yourself to a lower state. On the other hand, high vibration foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, clean water, act as fuel for your ascension. They nourish not just your body, but your energy. But food is only part of the equation. Movement matters just as much. Energy needs to flow, and when your body stays stagnant, so does your vibration. Whether it's yoga, walking in nature, dancing, or stretching, moving your body releases stuck energy and keeps your frequency high. So ask yourself, what small change can you make today to treat your body like the sacred temple it is? The mind, your thought patterns shape your reality. Your mental and emotional habits are just as important as what you put in your body. Have you ever noticed how one negative thought can ruin your entire day? That's because your thoughts create your reality. Every thought you think sends out a vibration, and the universe responds to it. If you're constantly replaying fears, doubts, or past failures, you're holding yourself in a lower frequency. The key here is mindfulness. Start paying attention to your thoughts without judgment. When you catch yourself spiraling into negativity, pause. Take a breath. Shift your focus to something uplifting. This doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing thoughts that empower you rather than ones that drain you. Here's a simple but powerful practice. Every morning, before doing anything else, spend 5 minutes setting your energy for the day. Close your eyes. Take slow, deep breaths. Visualize yourself surrounded by a bright, protective light. Imagine your vibration rising higher, like a balloon lifting into the sky. Set an intention for the day. Something simple but powerful like, I choose peace or I am unshakable. This may seem small, but it works. It creates an energetic shield that helps you stay aligned throughout the day. Your environment, the energy of your space. Your surroundings have a huge impact on your vibration, whether you realize it or not. Clutter, chaos, and disorganization create stagnant energy. That stagnant energy keeps you feeling stuck. A clean, harmonious space, on the other hand, allows energy to flow freely. So take a look around. Does your environment uplift you or drain you? If it feels heavy, start small. Clear out one drawer, one shelf, one room. Remove anything that doesn't bring peace or inspiration. Add things that lift your energy: plants, crystals, candles, soft lighting, or even just more natural light. Your external space is a reflection of your internal state. When you clear your physical environment, you also clear your energetic field. Nature, the fastest way to elevate your frequency. One of the quickest ways to raise your vibration is to reconnect with nature. Nature operates at a high frequency. When you spend time in it, your energy naturally realigns with that vibration. Have you ever noticed how simply walking barefoot on the grass, sitting by the ocean, or looking up at the stars instantly calms your mind? That's because nature doesn't resist. It flows effortlessly with the universe. And as someone on a higher path, you can learn from this. Make it a habit to connect with nature regularly. Take a walk, visit a park, sit under a tree. Let the earth recharge you. And while you're there, practice grounding. Close your eyes. Imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet, sinking deep into the earth. Feel the stability and strength anchoring you. This simple practice stabilizes your energy and keeps you from getting pulled into lower vibrations. The power of service. Energy flows when you give. Here's a truth most people overlook. One of the fastest ways to elevate your vibration is through service. When you focus only on yourself, your energy can become stagnant. But when you shift your focus outward, when you use your gifts to uplift, inspire, or help others, you tap into the infinite flow of universal energy. Service doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as offering a kind word, a small act of generosity, or simply being present for someone who needs it. Every act of love and kindness raises your vibration, because when you give, you align with your soul's purpose. The ultimate frequency booster, gratitude. And finally, let's talk about the most powerful tool for raising your vibration, gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies you can embody. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you send a message to the universe. I am abundant. I am blessed. I am open to receiving more. And the universe responds in kind. Try this. Every night before you sleep, name 3 things you're grateful for. Not just in your head, write them down. Feel the gratitude in your heart. This small habit shifts your energy instantly. Raising your vibration isn't about doing one big thing. It's about small daily choices that align you with your highest self. Feed your body high-energy foods. Move your body to keep energy flowing. Choose empowering thoughts. Create an environment that supports you. Spend time in nature. Serve others. Practice gratitude daily. Mastering your energy means being intentional with how you live. When you do this consistently, nothing can pull you out of alignment. Because when your vibration is high, you don't just survive, you thrive. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about truly feeling it, deep in your heart. So before you go to bed each night, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be huge. It could be something life-changing, like a breakthrough in your personal growth, or something small, like the warmth of the sun on your skin. The more you practice gratitude, the more your energy will shift. Your vibration will naturally rise because gratitude tunes you into abundance rather than lack. Every tool we've discussed, mindfulness, movement, a supportive environment, nature, service, and gratitude, is simple but powerful. The key to transformation isn't in grand gestures, it's in the small intentional actions you repeat daily. The reality of spiritual growth. Let's be real, staying in a high vibration isn't about feeling good all the time. It's about learning how to navigate life's ups and downs without losing your center. Many spiritual teachings skip over this, but the truth is, growth isn't a straight line. It's a spiral. You'll revisit old patterns. You'll face familiar challenges. Sometimes, it might even feel like you're moving backward. But the truth is, every spiral brings you to a higher level of awareness. Even when it doesn't feel like it in the moment, every challenge is an opportunity to rise stronger. Setbacks are not failures. One of the biggest mistakes people make on this journey is seeing setbacks as failures. But they're not. They're invitations to grow. When your vibration drops, it's not a sign that you're off track. It's a sign that something within you needs attention. Maybe it's an old wound resurfacing for healing. Maybe it's a limiting belief that's ready to be released. Or maybe it's a lesson you haven't fully integrated yet. Instead of resisting these moments, lean into them. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? The more you approach setbacks with curiosity instead of judgment, the faster you'll move through them. Rituals of resilience. So, how do you keep your vibration strong when life feels overwhelming? The answer lies in what I call rituals of resilience. These are the practices you return to no matter what's happening around you. Think of them as your spiritual anchor, the foundation that keeps you steady in the storm. For some, it's meditation. For others, it's journaling, prayer, or deep breathing. The specific practice doesn't matter as much as the consistency. Choose one or two that resonate with you and commit to them, especially when your energy feels unsteady. These rituals will become your lifeline, a reminder that no matter how far you feel from your higher self, you can always reconnect. The power of self-compassion. Here's where a lot of people struggle: self-compassion. As someone walking this path, you hold yourself to a high standard because you know what you're capable of. But when you fall short, it's easy to spiral into self-criticism. Here's what you need to remember. Being on a spiritual path doesn't mean being perfect. It means being human while carrying a higher purpose. So when you stumble, give yourself the same kindness you would offer to a loved one. Remind yourself that growth is messy, healing isn't linear. And every time you choose self-compassion over self-judgment, you're actually raising your vibration. The importance of connection. Another key to sustaining your energy is connection. Many people on a spiritual path feel like they have to walk it alone, but isolation can be a trap. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, those who remind you of your light when you forget it. You don't need a large circle, just a few kindred spirits who truly see you. And if you don't have them in your immediate environment, seek them out in books, podcasts, or online communities. Even the words of a stranger can reignite your spirit when you're feeling low. The power of presence. Now let's revisit something simple but often overlooked: the power of presence. The journey can feel overwhelming if you're constantly analyzing the past or worrying about the future, but your power lies in the now. So when you feel your energy dropping, pause. Look around. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Often, just bringing yourself back to the present moment is enough to shift your energy. Mastering the lows, not avoiding them. Life is not a straight path. It's filled with highs and lows, moments of clarity and times of uncertainty. The key to true growth isn't about avoiding the difficult moments. It's about learning how to navigate them without losing yourself in the process. Challenges will always arise, but when you develop the right mindset and tools, you won't get stuck in them. Instead, you'll move through them with strength, wisdom, and resilience. Many people believe that spiritual growth means reaching a point where struggles no longer exist, where every day feels effortless and filled with positivity. But that's not reality. Growth doesn't mean the absence of hardship. It means knowing how to handle it in a way that doesn't pull you out of alignment. Every person, no matter how evolved, will face setbacks. The difference between those who thrive and those who struggle is how they respond. Instead of seeing your low moments as failures, start seeing them as teachers. Every difficulty carries wisdom, an opportunity to learn, to refine yourself, and to become stronger. When you face a setback, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Instead of resisting pain, sit with it. Let it show you what needs healing, what patterns you need to break, and where you need to grow. Think of life as a spiral. Sometimes it might feel like you're facing the same struggles over and over again, as if you're moving in circles. But each time you revisit a challenge, you're seeing it from a higher level of awareness. What used to shake you completely may now only cause a small ripple. What once left you feeling powerless now becomes something you know how to handle. That's progress. It's easy to trust the journey when everything is going well, but the real test is whether you can trust it even when things feel uncertain. Can you hold on to your faith when things don't go according to plan? Can you remind yourself that everything is unfolding for your highest good, even when you can't see the bigger picture? Mastering the lows is about staying connected to your inner power, no matter what's happening around you. It's about knowing that your energy, your light, and your purpose are stronger than any temporary setback. When you stop fearing the lows and start embracing them as part of your journey, they lose their grip on you. Your vibration is your most powerful asset. No external force can lower it unless you allow it. No challenge can break you unless you give it permission to. When you stand firm in your truth, nothing can dim your light.